I was looking for, of course, telegenic actors. But I was looking for somebody, as I said, who was offbeat for the character of Mulder. Somebody who was smart, somebody who was irreverent, somebody who was funny. I lucked into David Duchovny. The casting director's name was Randy Stone, and he brought David in with a lot of encouragement that this was a person to look at. I had not seen any of his previous work, so he was brand new to me. I would end up seeing clips through the casting process. But I didn't realize how funny David was originally, because he's very dry, but he is one of the quickest wits I know. I think, you know, this was a character who had to make you believe in the paranormal, and David had the ability to get out big blocks of dialogue to play the role of the informed believer. And he had to be as convincing to Agent Scully as he was to us. And so I think that what David brought was an intelligence, an intensity, and of course his humor. Jillian came in, I remember the day. She was sort of disheveled. She looked like a little bit like a street urchin. She was, immediately I saw in her the young scientist. She was intense, she was smart, she had and I still think this is one of the most interesting things about her. She had it has to do with her breathing. She had an intensity about her, and if you really watch the X-Files closely, you can see in her that that intensity, I think, which is something that really made the scientist believable in the show. Yeah, I think that Jillian, you know, she not only is she attractive, but she was intelligent and able to deliver a lot of scientific information believably. Mitch Pileggi was an actor who had come in and read for us in the first season several times, and I kept telling him we'd find a part for him. We didn't know that he would get a co-starring role and be with us for the life of the series. Mitch Pileggi didn't come until later, but David and Jillian were both characters, or both actors, that I had to fight for, if you will. I had to root for them in the audition process. They were not the only actors that read. There were several other actors that read for each of those parts. There were many voting parties in the room, including the network executive who wanted to go with another actor, not David Duchovny, and I was able to convince him and everyone else that David was the right choice for the show. The same with Jillian. I don't think anyone saw her as the bombshell that they might have imagined you'd want to cast being television, and they couldn't imagine her in a bikini probably. But Jillian was somebody that I lobbied for and won approval on later on too. Casting is all important in television and well, in entertainment, but the choice of David and Jillian ended up being brilliant, but the truth is I never really had the opportunity, besides maybe one small instance, to actually have them read together, so I didn't know what the chemistry would be. So that first day we shot with them together, which was in Mulder's office. It is a now sort of mythic scene where Scully goes down and visits Mulder, and he says, nobody down here but the FBI is most unwanted. But it's their first really sparring with one another about the merits of paranormal, the paranormal. The chemistry is something that is just there or not. You really, I don't think, can develop it. And luckily, David Duchovny is a very charming man, and he was charming with Scully. And my wife always said that the beauty of Mulder and Scully was that Mulder always treated Scully with respect, and he was protective of her, and I think that came through very early on.